So yeah, I was talking about cardinal, fixed, and mutable. And as I was saying, 2, 5, the next house to the Kendra are fixed one, 2, 5, 8, and 11. So they are the fixed ones, and 3, 6, 9, and 12 are mutable. Okay, any questions on this one?
No, no,
No,
no.
I think we're all good. Um, Then comes the additional stuff, the elements and the direction, as well as the Prakriti. So apart from one categorization, we saw about mutable, fixed, and uh, uh, cardinal. There is another components or categorization of each rasis into different elements, direction, and guna. Basically, like 159. The Trikon house, 159 is a Trikon, the first Trikon, which has a Agni Trikon, or we can say it's a fire sign. And then the direction is east and Guna is Pitta. Same way, you have for 3, 7, and 9 as a Vayu, west and Sama. And then for 2, 6, and 10 is your basically your finance area is Prithvi, south and Vayu. 4, 8, and 12, your moksha trikona, which is also like having any element of jal, direction of north, and the guna is kaf. So these are another categorization.
So,
Nothing, I mean, same way, like it's all basic stuff. Just want to go through with you guys. Any questions on this? Okay, moving to the next. I think it's just the chart of all the rasis together. We put together all 12 rasis in a one
Would
chart,
add here polarity. And
and we
the polarity positive and negative we adding.
positive and negative polarity. Yeah, that is what. Okay, now jumping on to the grahas, planets. So each rasi has ownership for the grahas. So if you count Aries is uh, Aries, Mars is the owner or the house lord of Aries. Same way, Venus for Taurus, Gemini holds the Mercury. So Mercury, Gemini Mercury is the home for Gemini. Same way, Moon is home for Cancer. Um Leo sign owned by Sun, Virgo sign owned by Mercury again. So each, if you can see, the it holds two houses, like mostly because you have 12 signs and 9 planets. Only Sun and Moon owns one sign each. Rest all will own by two rasis, all the planets. So Venus owns like the Taurus as well as Libra, and Mars is like Aries and Scorpio. Jupiter owns by Pisces and Sagittarius, and then Saturn's Aquarius and Capricorn. And here, this is particularly why I choose this slide from our previous classes, because this is a good understanding of what is the role played by each at a kingdom level, right? The planetary kingdom. Basically, that will give you an idea of what is the role of particular planet in a kingdom. But then it's the kingdom of your own self as well, including like mind and soul, like Queen. Moon is represented by mind, Sun represented by soul, same way with Mercury. It represents speech, and if you see in the kingdom, it's a prince. So prince is what? It's a young person. So Mercury, who has a strong Mercury, is like looks younger all the time. Minister is on like Venus is a minister. Um, Mars is a commander. Jupiter is an advisor, and Saturn is a servant. So you can relate all the characteristics of each these planets with whatever the kingdom role is there, how they are doing things in day-to-day life. Like an advisor giving advice to the king, so it's a Jupiter who has the knowledge. Same way, commander in chief who is leading the army is giving the strength. So that is the power of Mars. Anything related to army, fightings, aggression, that comes under Mars. Minister is like who takes care of all the financial stuff, managing the whole uh, policies and portfolios and all that thing is minister. Basically, it's all your different desires, right, of your own. So Venus is more to do with all your different desires and how you will fulfill that. So wherever you see Venus is powerful, that person has a more prosperity and all those things. So this is about the planets. Um, any questions? Okay. And here there are more characteristics of each of the planets. What are the elements they represent? What are the color, gems, benefic, malefic in general. So this is a natural benefic, natural malefic. What are the direction it represents? What are the gunas, sattvic, rajasic or tamasic? Family relation, Ayurvedic constitution, rulership over the body, and what are the residents of the planet in particularly. This is more or less to do with your Vastu. And then what are the Vedas? A lot of Vedas that they represents, but it's more to do with what in general we categorize all these planets in a different characterization. So that way these are the planets are nothing but a body, right? It's like you have the human body, same we can consider a planet as a human body, and it has its own thing, right? What are the elements they represent? What are the color they represent? The gems, the direction, and all that stuff. As well as it will also present our relationship. So if you have uh, a bad relationship with one of your family member, you can easily relate with you have particular planet weak. So if you have a Venus weak, you don't have a good relationship with wife. So that is something you can predict. But this is in general, it's not, you have to look at too many things before you come to a conclusion. This is basic characteristics. Moving on to the houses, there are 12 houses we discussed earlier. Um, and each house has its own characteristics. Same way, like we saw the characteristics of rasis, the categorization of rasis, categorization or characteristics of planets, then we have the same way. All the 12 houses represents different characteristics of each houses. And the next slide actually talks about, and this is um, uh, prepared by Manjot. By the way, Manjot, I took this from the study material you shared with us.
Yeah,
And it's a very good information you captured together. So These are the each house's characteristics and what they signify for your life. But I think I will stop here and open up for a question answer session. Mainly this session
Let
is
me go
for
through
make
this
sure
slide and then
everybody
we'll
are
ask question
aligned with
if they
all
don't ask.
basic topics. And I can go back to any of the slides and open up for your any questions answer at this point. And it's not limited to this particular slides. You can ask any question if you have any doubts or you haven't understand anything until now. I guess we are all good.
See, Bhavesh, if I can say something,
Mm-hmm.
this is to all the students. This session is definitely, go back to the basics, fundamentals, etc. Uh, but if you, I'm saying this again and again, unless our foundation is not clear, we cannot build the building blocks on top of it. We are going to cover all of these things again in the first year for sure, but in the different details in the depth. But at this point, apart from Palak and Manjot and Bhavana who have been part of the journey, but this is for Deandra. I'm not sure if Komal has joined, but this is for the beginner, just to not to burden yourself with this all information at once. Just get familiarized with the names, etc. And we will try to understand each one rather than memorizing everything. There will be a in-depth understanding over the year 2 year time frame. So don't get pressurized by all this information in the prereq materials. Just get familiarized because this is the Rashi, these are the Bhava, etc., etc. Just have that, back of the hand knowledge on top of your head. If it's there, perfect. If it's not there, don't worry about it. We will cover it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same.
put
All
in many
this same
times.
topic will be definitely, I think, to add to Kunal. Yes, everything will be, I guess, revisit with a different perspective, different view, and more spiritual compared to what we have learned so far in Alankar and Praveen. So we are diving deep into a spiritual realm in going forward. So again, I think so far we started with like the basic stuff, and we are now starting 33 Devatas next class onwards, and that is where the whole spirituality comes in the picture.
And in the first couple of lectures, if uh, you know everybody has gone through it couple of times, the basic of we were revisiting the Alankar where Rashi and Bhava or like signs and the houses we are covering. But by now you should understand, right, that how the Rashis were created itself. And what are the difference or what is the difference between the Rashi and Bhava or signs and the houses? Let me ask you this.
Yeah, let's ask now. I guess we should ask question rather. We
Correct.
wait for them to ask. Yeah. Did you get the
Very
question?
basic question. Very basic question. What is the Rashi or what is the signs and how it is different from Bhava or houses?
Houses.
Anyone
So
can.
Rashi are the constellations in the sky, like that, or
Yeah, God, you're on the track.
Yeah, yeah,
Good.
right.
Go in the deep, go in the details.
So Rashi is the constellation in the sky that I guess were when you were born. They're the ones. That's how we can tell which had the most maybe impact on us or that relate to us the most. And then Pavas would be the the sphere, the epileptical sphere, divided into 30 degrees that have different impacts on different, I would say, areas of our life.
Yes, you're still little bit of technical per se, right?
Yeah.
And this will be little bit of covered in the next lectures, but very briefly, the Rashis are, what is the meaning of Rashi? Go by the word. That is the beautiful language Sanskrit. That is why we are learning
Rashi,
so many Sanskrit terms.
yeah,
Now, Rashi means it's a sort of the pile of resources,
yes,
right? In the older terms, in our ancient language, right? Even in the Hindi, Rashi also means the currency.
currency, yes,
Yeah.
currency, correct.
If you go in the next slide, it will show. Obviously, next slide will show the constitution of the Rashi, how they have performed. What is the Rashi?
Right?
So
So
collect,
sun, when it goes around the zodiac in a 1 year, every 30 degree, like every month, it creating the 6 different seasons, right? Every 2 months, there are different seasons. We have studied Vasant, Grishma, Shishira, Hemant, Sharad, and Varsha. And by doing that, the sun is creating the resources to sustain the human life.
yeah,
Right? If sun is not moving, it's not creating the season, then there wouldn't be, Varsha, then there wouldn't be a crop, then there wouldn't be a grains, then there wouldn't be a harvesting, etc. Then again, there won't be a coal where everything sort of gets died down, and then recreation of the self, recreation of everything comes again. So what the sun is providing us by going 360 degree in a 1 year, it takes 12 different forms. 12 months equate to 12 different forms, and they are the 12 Adityas. So by taking a 12 different forms of Aditya, they are providing the resources, natural resources for human life to sustain. So those are the Rashis are in the sky. But Bhava, what is the meaning of Bhava?
House.
Experience.
Experience. Okay.
Actual meaning. Actual meaning, right? It's your experience. And whose experience? It's your experience. So when you are born, at that point of the time, whichever the Rashis is rising in the eastern horizon, that becomes your Lagna, right?
yeah,
But from that point onwards, all the 12 different, 30-degree parts is your particular experience. So it is focal point is you. So what do you feel about your family? That is the second house. What do you feel about the siblings or the courage and etc.? That is your third house. What do you feel and how is your Lagna thinking about it? So bhavas are on the earth. They are not in the sky. So houses are on the earth and the Rashis are in the sky. And from Rashi, what you are getting through the Graha. So those Graha play a vital role. And what you are going to experience in this life, in the Bhulok, on the earth. all of the resources of the Rashi may not be available to you. No, everybody, Rashi, if Rashis are in the sky, then all the resources will be available to everybody, each and everyone. But how much you can take it out of it, that depending on your lagna. Does
Could
that
we
make sense?
use an example, if that's okay, Kunalbhai? Like, that makes excellent sense. Just if you could use an example, like blank chart or something.
भावे जी, कोई भी चार्ट अगर आप ओपन कर सके.
ठीक है तो you want me to open some celebrity or
Blank chart only seen on our slide. We can open that
which one?
blank chart, so which is taken Ratna. Only simple blank chart.
Matlab just nothing written in it.
Nothing, yeah.
Okay, just let me, I have to find it out.
Or we can open any horoscope and blank chart. New horoscope for today.
Like this blank chart?
One, two, number only for the bhavas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is love with production.
Don't think I have, yeah, here we can take one.
I think let's not take Kal Purush Kundli because it's going to confuse anyway. It should be a different lagna, different Rashi.
Okay.
How we did in the last class, Praveen, we did those blank charts, right? Bhavesh bhai, jaise aapne jo, you made them
The
for
Ratna,
like,
we take the in Ratna, the blank chart.
हाँ जी, sorry, yes, Ratna mein, हाँ जी. It could be like Leo in the Lagna or Virgo or Scorpio, anything.
Oh, okay.
हाँ जी.
I have to move this thing. I have to change the number.
Bhavesh ji,
Uh,
don't do that. Just open up any Parashara light or
हाँ जी.
open up any chat instead of
Open
You
the
can,
chart.
you
doing
can use
this sort of
mine.
hassle.
Yeah, if you have mine,
yeah,
then
that
So
be
There you
okay.
go. Oh, it's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, I did open.
जी.
Whose chart is this?
Like
It's
right now.
nothing. Not a person.
Like,
You want me to open some?
Acha. No, that's fine, that's fine. We don't need it. I thought, just thinking. So you see here, the numbers in this chart, those are the Rashi, right? Pisces is the rising sign, ascendant. So at the time of your birth, when you were getting delivered, the sign which is rising on the eastern side of, that becomes your lagna. And that sign is, say, per se, 10 degree, 15 degree, whatever it is.
0050. Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is the point, that is the degree at that time that you were born. So that Rashi is just a Rashi, Pisces. Pisces is your Lagna Rashi, but your Lagna Bhava is the first house because you were born at that time. Your body became a body, an individual self in the Bhuloka. Till that time, you were part of your mother. You were experiencing everything through your mother in the womb. But your self-existence came into the picture after you were born. So all the houses or bhava, right after you born, you started to experience the things. So that is the first bhava. And what is the first house represent? Body, name, fame, mostly health, intelligence, buddhi, etc.
So let me simplify, I guess, what Kunal ji is trying to say is the 12th Rasi is your first bhava. Now you can consider this as the first bhava is your experience of yourself, your body, your mind, or I mean your whole personality is dependent or it is part of Rasi 12. So whatever your first house is experiencing Rasi number 12, the Meena, Pisces. So all your personality comes from Rasi Pisces. So you take that as a prominent personality characteristics in your life. That is your experience. And that is the difference between Bhava and Rasi, right? Kunalji, if I am not.
Correct.
Yeah.
No, correct. The point which me and Bhaveshji are trying to make here is that what I was saying, right? The bhava are here on the Bhuloka, what you're experiencing. Rashis are in the sky. So think about it, that Pisces are on top of it. It's in the sky. You are here. You were born. But there are so many people with the Pisces rising sign. Will it be the same for everybody?
No.
No, right?
Yeah.
So how much you yourself, your individual, can take from the Pisces sign is based upon your karma. So Pisces is an ocean. Let's take it as Rashi are the resources, right? And the Rashis were created by the sun. So are the ocean is created by the sun for the water cycle, etc. So think in those lines that if the Pisces is an ocean, is the watery sign, how much you are able to get from that ocean is solely depends on your karma. Pisces is your lagna. Your first house is not sort of lagna. It is a tanu bhava, like its body. But your lagna, which is your intelligence, the natural discerning power to, what is right, what is wrong, it is affected by the Pisces. And based upon it, you will make all of the life decisions.
And then the part about, like you said, what you get because of your karmas, is that the planetary positioning that would
Correct.
affect that?
Correct.
Yes.
See, so Lagna is just a point, right?
Mm-hmm.
But how that Lagna is working, how it is going to work, is going to work through the Lagnesha,
Yes.
and how the Lagna Lord, Miss Lagnesha is placed.
Mm-hmm.
That is called, we call it as an applied intelligence.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. Makes sense.
What is applied intelligence? That throughout the life, you are growing, you are learning the new things
Mm-hmm.
every day. You were a baby, you started to crawl, you learn.
Mm-hmm.
Then you started to, fall back kar diya, you started to learn how to get up, how to save
Mhm.
yourself. So that Lagna Lord is starting to get the intelligence from the world around you, or the experiences you are starting to get.
Mm-hmm.
How it is going to work? It is going to work through your mind, which is
Mhm.
Chandra,
Mm-hmm.
because Chandra is the one who has all the 10 senses. Mind up, whatever you are experiencing is through the mind, right?
Right.
अगर mind ही नहीं होगा, अगर senses ही नहीं होगी आपके पास,
Mm-hmm.
then how will you experience the things?
That's right.
So it is the interplay, very quick interplay between the Lagna, Lagnesha, and the mind.
I see. So the moon placement, we're not looking. We're not like, it's more about the how we experience because of the placement of the Lagnesh and
Yeah.
what Rashi it is. Like, it's a lot of factors.
Yeah, but Lagnesha is working through the mind.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Sun,
See, if you
you
don't,
cannot see in your chart at any point of time, you cannot ignore sun and moon.
That's right. Okay. Fair enough.
Anywhere they are sitting, it should be, it is part of your, I mean, it's your soul and your body. It's always there. I mean, mind, sorry, mind and soul. So it's always kind of considered for any
They
prediction.
are the core element,
Core
core
elements.
planet.
Nor for any prediction, you have to consider that.
Makes sense.
no, just take an event, any event,
Okay.
right? Let's say you are listening a song.
Mm-hmm.
So you are listening the song through the ear,
Mm-hmm.
right? So hearing is also controlled by the mind.
Yes. Okay.
Then you are understanding the lyrics of that song. Then it is going to the Lagnesha,
Oh, I see. I see. Okay.
right? And
Hanji.
from that, you are starting to make some sort of a memory or getting a knowledge out of it.
Okay. Makes sense.
That deposits in the Lagna.
I see. So it shapes your personality.
Yes.
Okay. And the environment you're placed in, because you heard that song, is because of your past karmas, whatever you had to experience to.
Past karma, and that is the Rashi. Rashi are like, as I say, resources or the places.
Fair enough.
Whatever you see, if you go to the Middle East, right, which
Mhm.
is the desert, etc., is because of the sun is very high up there, and
That's right.
it cannot create such a desert.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the Scorpio.
Fair enough. Yeah, that makes sense.
So Rashi or the signs are the places surrounding you, all the natural resources surrounding you, all the resources. You know, we are exploiting the earth to
That's
sustain
right.
ourselves, and that entire earth is, created or running by the sun.
Mm-hmm. So, for example, in this chart that we're looking at, if you were to apply that, so a person's characteristics, let's say, he's got moon in Lagna, for example, there's Mars there as well in Pisces. So the characteristics of that person, we would look at first Pisces, obviously, and then the Aries is in second house, so it affects all of those parts of that person, the 12. And then we see the moon in there, so heightened sensitivity, there's a bit of aggression or some sort of strength. उस तरह से हम लगाते हैं, right? कि one by one.
Correct. One by one.
हाँ जी,
But see, Aries is in the second house,
हाँ जी,
right? This is a Pisces Lagna and Aries. And if there is a Graha in it, per
हाँ
se,
हाँ,
let's say moon.
sure.
So yeah.
हम्म,
So if moon is in the Aries in the second house,
हम्म,
Aries is just a sign, like think about that this is the place.
हाँ जी,
And Chandra is your mind.
Mhm.
So your mind is dwelling upon the Aries resources. And then think about all the Aries sign
Oh,
characteristics. Aries
अच्छा,
is Chara Rashi, movable
बिल्कुल,
sign. So it's
बिल्कुल,
always creative,
yeah,
always adaptive, always
initiative,
running,
हाँ जी,
always aggressive.
yeah,
Then comes the Lord of that Aries sign, Mangal, how it is.
Place.
yeah, okay, yes, 100%.
So this is how you start to approach a chart step by step in a logical manner.
हाँ जी, that makes sense. तो यहाँ
Yeah.
पर जैसे अगर उसका lord first में बैठा है, तो you have a lot of, like lord of second is in the first, so there's a lot of family stuff going on that's gonna affect you and all of that. So eventually
Yeah,
we get there.
so
हाँ जी,
think now, आपने बोला कि you are on the right track, right? कि second
जी,
lord is on the Lagna.
हाँ जी,
Lagna क्या है? What is Lagna? Is your head, your
हाँ जी,
intelligence.
बिल्कुल,
सही है आपका
हाँ जी,
जो है, तो then your family is sitting on top of your head.
yes, exactly, हाँ जी, बिल्कुल,
So you are always thinking about your family first.
हाँ जी, ठीक है.
What
So
is the
these are
other
your
second
karma,
house? Is the wealth,
wealth, yes,
right? Then you are a sort of want to become a wealthy person. The money is
Mm.
always on top of your mind. How to create the wealth? How to get the wealth?
that's right. So that's your karma from before because Mars was placed in your lagna, which is your second lord. So,
Correct.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, ठीक है. Thank you. That's perfect. Thank you. So do we need to worry about जो आदित्य के name है और सब वो सब अभी we don't need to stress अब कि कौन से आदित्य कहाँ पर affect कर, like that's not important, right?
Also,
It is important. Why is not important?
अच्छा
one
ठीक है.
thing I just want to say, Rasi and Graha, right? Graha, as Kunali said, like they are all uh, Sanskrit word. I mean, I'm just going through the Sanskrit word, Graha, Grahan. So Grahan karna, matlab
अच्छा.
take,
Impact.
accumulate that. Now the Rasi is what? Rasi is also accumulated things. Now when Graha goes into the Rashi, but that particular Rashi, it will absorb those characteristic of the Rashis in its own.
Oh, that's right. हाँ जी, ठीक है,
That
बिल्कुल,
is what exactly what just now we talked about.
बिल्कुल.
So when moon goes into Aries, it will
Mhm.
take all, your mind will take all the characteristics of Aries as his own kind of thing, like it grahan, it
Yeah.
absorbs those qualities.
So deep inside, you would have the characters. Your mind will have
Your
characters.
mind will be like so fast thinking and all those things. Yeah.
You want to create
You're like
stuff.
aggressive talker,
हाँ
something like
जी, ठीक है. That makes sense. Thank you.
that. Yeah.
So धीरे-धीरे we get there, like for the new people, like we'll get
Slowly, yeah. I
there.
mean, for new people, it will be little bit fast, but I
The
think
part of
we'll be
Bitwai
covering all
also
these topics in that.
we are adding here, we are making here adding immigrant one by one.
Yes.
हाँ जी, ठीक बात. This is great. Thank you.
That's why our Sanskrit language is so beautiful. Rashi, you know,
Yeah.
understand. I mean, it's not a, you can't explain in 2-3 lines.
हाँ.
Rasi it's a big definition of a Rasi itself. Graha, is also
Mhm.
same way. It's a big definition. I mean, and if you just understand the definition of these keywords,
Mhm.
you will learn faster. I mean, you learn everything easily. That's why Sanskrit is, I mean, so vast and deep language.
Another thing I heard
There
about
is
is
no
looking.
synonym in our Hindi or even English. Far,
सही
far
बात
away.
सही बात
For
एक उसमें
example,
I
the word karma, right? They took the
हाँ,
word karma now. I mean, everywhere. You hear in any web series in English also, they are using karma. They use
yeah
the yoga word. The yoga word is also very vast.
yeah
That's
but they don't use it the way that
even dharma, karma,
the,
whatever. Take any word in Sanskrit has a huge meaning.
they were saying जैसे हम we call it planet in English, it's not equivalent to graha is very
Correct.
different
Yes.
compared to जो जैसे हम physical bodies देखते हैं space में, that is not graha is something that has power over you and उस तरह से आपको affect कर रहा है, right?
Right.
Correct. It's a energy point.
हाँ जी, energy point, that's it.
So graha, as Bhaveji said, right? The graha comes from the grahana. Grahana means like grabbing.
अच्छा fair enough.
So your soul has grabbed your body.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
आत्मा ने आपकी बॉडी को ग्रहण किया है तभी जाके आप बॉर्न हुए हो. Otherwise, your soul was going around the other lokas.
ठीक है. Yeah.
Your ascendant. That's the important point.
That is the lagna.
You.
तो
Yes.
एक बात पूछनी थी, तो जैसे आपका सोल हुआ सन और जीव हुआ जुपिटर, तो डिफरेंस क्या हुआ उनमें? जैसे जीव कारक एंड आर like they're different, sun and Jupiter, obviously they're different. I just don't understand unka, how do you make sense ki jeev versus soul?
See, soul क्या होती है?
Atma?
Soul is, yeah, Atma, correct, yes. It is without mind, without body, without life force in it,
Oh, acha, okay.
right?
हाँ जी.
But when they take a birth, that soul grabs, जो ग्रहण करती है बॉडी को, बाद में जाके उसमें जो इनफिल्ट होता है, सॉर्ट ऑफ इंस्टिल होता है, जगन्नाथ परमात्मा अंश आता है और तब जाके उनको एक लाइफ मिलती है, बॉडी मिलती है. That is the jiva.
Oh, I see. Okay, makes sense. That makes sense. Thank you.
Any other Manjot? Any questions, Palak?
No.
Komal?
Good.
No.
Are you
What is
getting
the jiva
anything?
karaka? You just do.
Komal, you can ask any question if you have from any basic stuff or any prerequisite material.
Right now I'm learning, trying to write down and learn a lot of things.
Right.
So the questions will definitely come up. I'm finding myself that I have to ask, but I'm going through these lectures again and again.
Yeah.
So then I can be ready. So in this month, definitely you will get a lot of questions from me.
Sure. Good.
Feel free to ask any basic questions.
Right now, no, I just trying to understand that what are all these rashis and how we get the like Eastern and Western
Yeah, the
kind
floor
of.
is open.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things I'm trying to understand right now. So, but hopefully I will capture something in this month. Let's see. I'm trying to understand first before I ask the question.
This is nice,
Beautiful.
Manjot.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
thank you. I'm happy that it's Breaking news, actually.
Yeah. Any question? Ajit ji, you want to ask anybody in the team? Because if nobody asks, we have to ask.
I
Yeah,
was gonna, yeah, sorry.
you go ahead.
I was gonna say we could just take up a chart if no one has questions, and then we could pick it
We
apart
can
if you will.
take
First, we want to make everybody know the basic points.
Hanji, bilkul.
Any doubt on the basic point, then it is hard to go further. You cannot understand. So everyone know the significance of first house. So first, everybody know about the houses. Anybody have any doubt on the houses? 12 houses?
Yeah, I do, because I'm trying to understand which house is going where. So that is definitely a problem for me.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm still learning that part, but I don't want to stop the class because it might take a lot of time. So
Now you
this.
on the screen. How is that screen? The houses.
Yeah, house is this screen here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you,
this one. So Komal, you see what is meaning of houses and how we interpret the house. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the North Indian style chart.
okay, yeah, I know 12 houses are there, but I want to make sure which things goes in which house and how you can interpret that.
that comes, I think, a little bit slowly. I still have it takes a little bit of critical thinking as well. You have to kind of add different things.
Yeah, and this is
Yeah,
the
I'm
chart. It talks about house number 1 is Anubhava Dharmasthana, Artha Kama Moksha, like that.
That's why we go with slowly one by one or two words for each house. Not only the all details. We know what particular house has one point, one word for the one house. So just like house, what represent 1 or 2 words only. How can we describe the first house in 1 or 2 words?
south, right? Like it's south. That's our south.
Well,
The first house.
and your head.
Just say for Kamalji, I shared some of those PDF files as well.
Because we cannot memorize everything. We only have to particular 1 or 2 words for each house. That always remain in our mind.
Okay.
Yeah, you cannot remember 100 different things.
So what my understanding is that when you're saying house 1, right? Or house, like let's say 1, how you read the house 1 then? That's my question. So if you know one house to read, then you know other houses to read.
No, not like that. So the 12 houses are fixed houses. I mean, like the first house always represent your identity, self, new beginning, or your body, or but always it is not change. It
Okay.
won't change. Fixed. Your
Okay.
second house always talks about your speech, wealth, value, your family, your assets, your accumulation, and all that stuff.
Okay.
Same way, your third house. So these houses are always fixed, and
Okay.
it represents the same characteristics in each individual.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
And then I think I was just gonna say the numbers are actually the zodiac sign, just in case if you don't know.
right.
The numbers inside the actual house are the zodiac
Right
sign.
houses, and she can take the screenshot of that.
No, I will be sharing this PDF.
No, the house with the chart of the house.
Oh, okay.
This one. So Komal, you can take screenshot of this one and
Yeah.
go through.
I did take it.
Yeah, so that's why it's an understanding chart from movie point of view. You see houses are like different stage of life,
Okay.
are like actor, and the sign play a role given by the zodiac. So you have to first memorize the 12 houses on the chart.
Okay.
And every house has some significant role.
So
These things
let's say if
from
I'm a Mithun Rashi, right? So which house is mine?
Mithun Rashi, that's why Kunalji asked what is difference between Rashi and house, bhav or house.
Okay.
So Mithun Rashi is the Rashi which come in the zodiac at the time of your birth. Where the moon, Rashi always represents the where the moon is sitting in your chart. Or sign or ascendant where the when you are born, that Rashi come in that sign come in the Eastern zodiac.
Okay.
So this is different between Rashi and sign. So you say Mithun Rashi, it means the moon is in your Mithun Rashi.
Yeah, so for example, let's go here. This person, this is one of the person chart. So moon is sitting in
Pisces.
Pisces Rasi. So this person is a Pisces Rasi individual.
Okay.
Wherever your moon is sitting,
Yep.
and which number is
Yeah.
your Rashi.
Okay.
So let me open my own chart. So my moon is sitting in Jupiter. So I mean, sorry, Sagittarius. Moon is sitting in Sagittarius.
Number three,
So
you
my
see,
Rasi is Sagittarius.
that's the name.
Okay, I have to see my Rashi then. I will do my Rashi then.
Yeah, you have to put your time and
Put
all
your
that.
Rashi on the chart, on the
Yeah, I will use that and I will make sure that I find that why it's Mithun Rashi.
If your name is from Rashi, then Komal is Mithun Rashi.
Yeah.
So the moon will be in Mithun Rashi only.
Yeah, my name is from the Mithun Rashi, so that's why.
So then yeah, your moon is there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just an idea, Komal, if you want to give, like if you could just show yours if you, or we could just pick apart another one.
Yeah, I just speak. This one is
Your chart.
in war time.
I didn't use I didn't put any date or time yet.
Ukraine war time. I was
Acha.
studying
I
this.
can give you date and time if you guys want to put it. I have no problem.
Oh, okay. Then let me.
Yeah, I meant like it would make more sense. You know, when you can see your own chart in front of
Yes.
you and compare, like, how do I feel? What is my personality? If this makes sense, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so date is 4th January 77. And my time is 1:55 p.m. And I'm born in India, Gujarat. City Surat. No, Surat is the city.
I know.
Sorry.
Bhavesh also from Gujarat, no, sorry.
I am from Navsari. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
So here it is. Your moon is where? Yeah, see, it's in Gemini, Mithun.
Yes. I can see that now.
Oh, you are having Mesh ascendant. So you're same as Kalpurusha Kundli. I mean, that's good for you. Understanding wise. But yeah,
I think I will learn from my own Kundli now.
yeah,
What is happening?
Yeah, you can take screenshot if you want.
Yeah.
Most of the lectures that I think we did in the last one were starting from, the Kalpurish Kundi, so it might be easier to understand anyway. That's good. Like
Yeah,
the summary. Yeah.
or Lagnesh sitting in Bhagya.
Bhavishbhai, give me my future now.
And
That means
Bhagye's first house and ninth house Parivartana.
they have seen the first and nine.
First and nine, yeah.
And Lord of Fifth is also in the ninth. That's really good.
Reform.
Yeah. 159 has like a lot of dharma.
Yeah.
Lot of dharma. You must be doing lot of
Puja Path.
puja, dharmas.
Yeah,
Ganesha.
I'm a believer of Krishna, so
Wow.
yeah, I follow him.
And Jupiter and Ketu are together in the Lagna as well, which are
Which is good
the-
for
like fifth. The
yeah.
Lord of Ninth also in the it's wow, it's amazing.
So Bhavishbhai, when I can become the millionaire?
It all only our thinking.
Sorry,
It is all upon you and your thinking.
I know. I'm working hard.
Um,
Let's see.
Yeah.
mm.
When you think you are million, you are also.
You are already millionaire.
If you think you have nothing, you always think you have nothing. It only your own thoughts.
No, I'm just kidding. Just
Hmm.
because even I saw my Kundli first time in my life.
Yeah,
So,
too many retro. You have too many I mean Jupiter retro, Mercury, Saturn, Sol, karmic. You have a lot of karmic debt
Yes.
that you have to fulfill.
I know one thing for sure that I have a Sani Mahadasha. That's I know because my mom told me, like she passed away, but she told me that right now your Shani
But
Mahadasha is going
not
on.
yet. I mean, it will start.
9th and 10th Lord Dasha, that is the best period.
It's coming to an end though. Like
Yeah,
Starting. No,
it's
this is
coming to
starting.
end in 2029. She told me she passed away in 2023, but she was believing
Aw.
in astrology. She
Yeah.
looks, I don't know how did she look at it, but I was quite busy at that time. So, but after her passing out, I came to know, okay, how to find out the things. So that
Mm.
took me interest in the astrology. I said, okay, let me find out by myself now, by, because no one is telling me what to do now.
I
Right.
think that's the best way. That is the best way to understand yourself and, make decisions and learn more about yourself.
Yeah, and my mom told me that your Shani Mahadasha is since 20 years. So now 2029 is the last year to go through it. So still 4 years to fight.
Mm.
And I have seen a lot of up and downs in past 5 years because of this.
Saturn is right now here, right? In 12. I mean, it's still far away. After 5 years, your Saturn Sadesati will start. Sunny Sadesati.
My Shani stiff is going on since 2010. I don't know when that's
No,
going to
no,
be
no.
end.
That is maybe because, yeah, it's here. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
No, no, that's not true.
She is talking about Mahadasha, not Sadesati.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
talking about
Mahadasha.
Mahadasha. Shani Mahadasha is going on.
Okay, okay, okay. Mahadasha is, yeah, you're right. It is ending on 2026.
Yeah.
See, you can see on
Actually,
the right
no,
side.
no,
Yeah.
2029. Yeah, Mercury.
Yeah. I told you, my mom told me 2029.
Mm,
Um,
that is
I don't know
correct.
how she was knowing to see that, but usually she was sitting and like, oh yeah, I know what you're going on. Oh yeah, I know what is happening. And I'm like, how did she knows?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, see
But
here, you can see this is Mahadasha.
Yes.
Saturn 2029, you will start with Mercury.
yeah.
So Mercury Mahadasha will start, which
So,
yeah, uske baad, then you will become millionaire.
Yeah.
you will took bold step at that time. If
Sorry?
you are communicating now to take the bold step, you will take at that time the bold step.
Sir, I'm taking bold step every single day. I'm fighting.
No, you are hesitating.
By
Yes.
that time, I will become bold. Yeah, that
Yeah.
is correct.
That is, yeah, you will.
Because in
What?
this Mahadasha, even I lost my mother, right? I mean, so a lot of back and forth. My mom became sick, and then I had to go through with her, and then so a lot of, yes. So this Mahadasha is like,
भवेश जी आप रिकॉर्डिंग स्टॉप कर
make you tough personality.
दो भवेश जी रिकॉर्डिंग स्टॉप कर दो
हाँ.
Komal, do you mind me asking, in what year did you lose your mom during the Mahadasha?